Mastering ISO 27018. Cloud security standards are useless without personal data protection. Which information security standard primarily focuses on protecting personal data in the cloud and providing guidelines for implementing and managing controls for personal data protection within cloud services, and how does its unique emphasis on personal data protection distinguish it from other information security standards that have a broader scope? ISO 27018-2019 is an international standard that provides guidelines for the protection of personal data in cloud services. It focuses on implementing and managing controls for personal data protection within cloud services, facilitating the secure storage, processing, and transmission of personally identifiable information, PII, in the cloud. Personal data protection is a crucial aspect of cloud computing, as cloud services collect, store, and process vast amounts of sensitive information about individuals. ISO 27018 builds upon the foundations of ISO 27001, the widely adopted standard for information security management systems, ISMS, and provides additional controls and guidelines specific to cloud services that handle PII. The unique emphasis on personal data protection in ISO 27018 distinguishes it from other information security standards that have a broader scope. While standards like ISO 27001, ISO 22301, and NIST 800-53 encompass a wide range of information security aspects, ISO 27018 is specifically tailored to address the unique challenges and risks associated with personal data protection in cloud services. ISO 27018's primary objective is to ensure that cloud service providers, CSPs, implement appropriate controls to protect PII, maintain transparency about their data processing practices, and provide individuals with greater control over their personal data. The standard addresses key aspects of personal data protection, including data subject rights, data breach notification, data protection impact assessments, and data anonymization. The standard comprises 35 controls, which are categorized into 4 main sections. 1. Data protection. These controls focus on ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of personal data. They cover access controls, encryption, data backup and recovery, and incident response. 2. Data subject rights. These controls address individuals' rights regarding their personal data, including the right to access, correct, and erase personal data, as well as the right to object to data processing. 3. Compliance. These controls ensure that CSPs comply with applicable data protection laws and regulations, including requirements for data breach notification, data protection impact assessments, and confidentiality agreements. 4. Transparency. These controls enable CSPs to provide transparent information about their data processing practices, including the publication of privacy policies, terms of service, and data protection agreements. To implement ISO 27018, organizations must first establish an ISMS in accordance with ISO 27001. This involves defining the scope of the ISMS, identifying risks, and implementing controls to mitigate those risks. Next, organizations must conduct a gap analysis to identify areas where their existing ISMS needs to be augmented to meet the requirements of ISO 27018. This may involve implementing additional controls, updating policies and procedures, and providing training to personnel. Organizations that successfully implement ISO 27018 can demonstrate their commitment to protecting personal data in the cloud and gain customer trust. The standard provides a framework for CSPs to ensure the secure and transparent processing of personal data, enabling them to differentiate themselves in a competitive market. Moreover, ISO 27018 compliance can help organizations comply with data protection regulations, such as the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, reducing the risk of non-compliance and associated penalties.